Right, back to me. I know you've all been enjoying the show so far, and we're working as cameramen hard. I have a question coming. I'm going to put our friend Colin Thomson to the test. So, Gareth at Total Design Limited, on LinkedIn, by the way, what coolant pressure can you generate for chip displacement, high pressure type? I'm assuming we're talking about spec, of course.
Well, on the Hanwhas, we actually have 70 bar to 120 bar. On the specs, we can also put 70 bar on them as well. So
Gareth, hope that answers your questions. Keep them coming in, please. We want to put Colin to the test now. We had Dave-O, who was a first-timer. Also, Colin, first time was only about 6 months ago, is that?
Yeah, 6 months ago.
I have to say, he's an absolute legend, and we're going to find all about milled components. Milled components on what, though? A slider. Why?
A lot more easier to produce, a lot less handling, more accuracy, and also, more importantly, quicker. Therefore, more cost-effective for the customer to produce.
There you go, nice and simple, thank you very much. Well, no, I'm joking. We want to find more about this machine because people might not know. They should know the Hanwha machine, but in case I don't, we're going to go through this. So the Hanwha machine behind me, let me just put this phone down. So if any questions come through, keep them coming through, please. So, first of all, the Hanwha range. Tell me more about it, please, Colin.
Well, the nice thing with the Hanwha range is we go from 3mm right the way up to 45mm. There's a lot of range in the way of capacity inside the machines. We have platen-style machines, as well as turret with platens, twin platens, so we can do balance turning, balance milling. There's a lot of flexibility inside these machine tools.
Okay. We need to get the camera in there, so I have been trained on this machine, so watch this. Oh, if I find the right button, training nearly failed there, the big reveal. Oh, there you go. How's that, Colin? Impressed? Can I have a job?
I wouldn't go that far yet.
Okay, let me get out the cameraman's way. So what have we got going on in here then, please?
Okay, what we have here is a platen style arrangement on the machine where we have 5 driven tools, 5 turning tools, 5 static tools on the back arm, sub-spindle machine, but most importantly on this machine, to give you a lot of flexibility so we can get cycle time down by half in a component, we have 8 stations on the back with full Y-axis and driven. So when we're doing milling jobs, it gives us more flexibility to get more parts, split in half to get that cycle time down.
And that's key to the slide then machines. Cycle time down, banging these out all day, every day, 24/7.
Exactly. Must keep them running 24/7 and make complete. No second option.
Okay. Now you said the range it goes from 3mm up to 45mm, but you've got the guide bush, non-guide bush option.
Yes, we have guide bush, non-guide bush. The beauty with the non-guide bush machine is we can minimise the bar ends. With the cost of materials, we all know at the moment are skyrocketing, to say the least. That way we can maximise your return on the material costs, but also you get better concentricity.
You're stealing all my questions here, Colin. That's no good. But no, I mean, normally if you're taking the guide bush out, you're getting a slightly bigger bar, but you don't go for that option with these machines.
No. The philosophy with Hanwha is, if it says on the machine it's a 32mm machine, it's a 32mm machine. We don't stretch them upwards. It can be dangerous. Hanwha insists the machine is built around that bar to its optimum performance. Why stretch it? Compromise performance.
Okay, that's fair. Now, in terms of actually the controls and, well, you've got when I say the controls, we'll go back, swarf, because you want to run these things 24/7, absolutely. Do you have chip control?
Yeah, we have a feature called PCR3. It allows us to control the size of the chip as well. Gives in as great as unmanned running. When that green light's running, we're making money. When it's red, we're not. If it's all bird nest up, and the machine stop, we're not making money, so we have to help you out there.
Okay, but what sort of jobs, what sort of application will it do? Just straight turning or threading, milling?
No, we have companies now where 80% of the job is milling on these machines.
But in terms of PCR, what sort of...
Oh, with PCR, we actually run anything from plastics, which we all know on sliding edge historically would be a bit of an issue, to say the least, right the way up to titanium and Inconel. So the real nicely stringy materials, we can get them chipping and then get better tool life, also better run times for you.
All right, so you've got nice setup going on there, lots of driven tooling. You've got the main spindle, sub-spindle, put the bar feed in there, get it running. But in terms of the actual bar, the diameter, same on the sub as the main?
Yeah, very much so. On all the Hanwhas, if it's a 26mm on the front, it's 26mm on the back. If we're making shafts, which historically sliding heads were for, you need to be able to feed them out the back.
Right, so you've thought about that. You can get those long shafts all the way through. long parts catcher at the end?
Oh yes, already included in the standard package with Hanwha.
Right, we've got this all going on in there. There's a lot of tooling going on, main spindle, sub spindle. If I've not used a Hanwha before, is this easy? In fact, so easy, I'm going to have a little go. How's this? Colin has been training me. Let's see if I can get it right, and I can't even remember what it was. I think it was, there we go, let's have a look. I'm going to do a bit of auto cut. Now, talk me through what's going on here, Colin.
Okay.
Hold on. I need to get around the camera. The camera's working too hard, he's in my way. Get out of the way, Chris.
No, what Hanwha have very cleverly done is they've looked at the bits that you need regular in programs. Everything from a cut-off cycle to synchronisation for sub-spindles to pick parts up, and they've created onboard macros. We just fill in a few questions and it puts it into the program. All the G codes, all the M codes, all the weight codes are all there synchronised up for you. So you haven't got to worry about copy and pasting. Make sure you copy and paste the right bit or writing them out again.
So this section just here?
Yes, that's it. What we have there is you have the spindle RPM, the feed rate, what direction we want spindle to rotate, and then the end point of the actual tool where it has to go to. That's your safety work diameter and then your safe distance away from it. Very simple.
Okay, nice and easy. All right, going back to the PCR as well. Easy to program on here?
Very easy. It's literally you put in a G code with an option of 5 standard codes for it.
Let's get the working envelope in the background.
Okay. You get an option of 5 standard working options, but with PCR as well, they're very clever what Hanwha's done. We can actually modify each one of those to suit the material if we have to, but we give you the 5 to get going, so have a starting point from, which covers virtually all the materials, believe it or not.
Now I'm going to move out of the way again. Chris, get your noggin in there or your camera, because there's a couple of nice little things. What's this up here?
That is a little drip tray for our setters that don't like getting our hair wet. It's quite handy that we can have that on there, so when we're in, no coolant will drip off the door onto your head. It goes into a drip tray, returns back into the machine.
And looking at this, back you go, Chris, please. Look at big door there.
Yeah, very big. Even I can get in and set this one very comfortably.
There you go. And easy to set, I'm assuming.
Oh yes, yeah. I wish I had this back in the day when I was on them.
Oh, and is this in a little trick here, or is it down here?
This one. What this is...
I'll model this for the cameraman. There you go. How's that, Chris? Can you give me a nod? Let me know that's good.
What that is actually the MD a few years back went out to a lot of slider factories in Korea, and they noticed that on all the sliders there was oil dripping down the fronts of the machines. Not just Hanwha's, our competitors as well. It's a common thing. But what they've done is redesigned this little channel that returns the oil straight back into the machine, so therefore it keeps the environment around you safe and tidy.
I had you as an environmentalist.
Oh, to the heart.
Absolutely. But what we want to do, we were chatting with a guy called Sam from Dalal yesterday.
Yes. Yeah, he was up yesterday with you guys.
How many machines has he got?
He's bought 4 and the 5th one's going in next week.
Okay. And in his words, I've written this down, not wishing to be rude about Sam, we couldn't get rid of him. He was absolutely raving about his Hanwhas. So he was saying that the 38 actually does 40 mil.
Well, the 38 was designed as a 40 mil machine, but the marketplace, when it was launched, they didn't feel was ready for a 40 mil as a slider, so they brought it back to 38. But we can still run 40 mil for it. So
that's fair. Now, in his words, and I wrote these down, it's quick, it is solid, it is reliable, and on the shop floor, I can't even read my own writing, but they do love, and that's right, it said dubious. I'm thinking they weren't dubious about. The guys on the shop floor have run other machines, they were dubious about running these. What do they think of them now?
They absolutely love them, that's why they've got 5 going in there.
There you go, how's that? And the MD, he's always open to try new things, absolutely delighted with the machine, so he's got another one, like I say, on order. What part were they making?
There was this medical part in particular that started the whole project off for us. The reason they come to us was they were doing multi-ops, 4 ops. We managed to get it off in 1 op, reduced cycle time dramatically. From that day on, we've looked at every job and gone from there. So.
Okay, right, I'm gonna move around here so we can get more of this machine in the background, I think. What do you reckon? Chris, you're all right, okay with that? It's brilliant. Now, it's not just about great machines. Do you offer decent sales, service and support? Well, the sales, obviously.
I'd like to think so. We've spent a lot of time at Dugards looking at what the customer needs. We took on a lot of years of experience from Dugards, being over 8 years old, about not just the machine, it's about if the machine goes wrong. We all have issues in life with machines. No one's got a perfect machine. We all create good machines. When it goes wrong, we have to respond. So we bring a lot of bonded stores in for our customers, okay, of key parts, critical parts. We stock down in Brighton. God forbid we ever don't have that part there. I can then go to Germany, which has got over £8.5 million worth of stock. And if I can't go there, I can get it on a plane within 48 hours from Korea. So we've got all bases covered.
There you go. So as we know on this show, keeping those spindles turning. But things like the guys at Dalal, you've actually got, you're going in there 2 days a month to really help them out?
Yeah, with Dalal, they've got a mixed age of engineers, shall we say, for a better way of putting it.
Choose your words wisely, Colin.
I've got to be careful because they are great guys, but they've got a very mixed age, and we're trying to encourage the younger setters to come up and get into the more heavier, complex jobs. So what we've agreed with Dalal is, as a goodwill gesture, we will go in 2 days a month and support them for the next 3 months to get those young lads up to where we need them to be. There's no point going in one hit because we all know what happens, brain overload. So we're going to drip feed them over the next 3 months and grow them from there.
Colin, I'm going to stop you there. Absolutely fantastic range of machines. Thank you. Someone who was first time 6 months ago, he's getting used to it now. Absolutely brilliant. We've got a big reveal coming up near the end of the show as well. Or the end of the show is nearing. Once again, Colin, thank you. Get your questions in, please. We want to put these guys under some pressure. I'm going to look over this machine if I can and just check. I'm going to throw to the lovely, I could say Paul Jones, but Lindsay Vickers.